Hi friends, in this video we will discuss about non-aqueous solvent. So அதிலையும் குறிப்பாக நம்ம focus பண்ண வேண்டியது a general study of typical reaction in non-aqueous media and comparison with reaction in aqueous media. The first topic is acid-base concept in non-aqueous media. So what is acid? In non-aqueous media definition, the acid is defined as a solute which directly or indirectly increase the concentration of cations characteristics of solvent. அப்போ கேட்டையோடைய கான்சன்ட்ரேஷனை இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணால் அது ஆசிட், அதுவே ஆனியோடைய கான்சன்ட்ரேஷனை இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணால் அது பேஸ் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோங்க. For example, the self ionization of water to form a H3O plus and OH minus ions. So in the reaction பொறுத்தவரையும் ammonium chloride behaves as acid because ammonium chloride dissolved in ammonia to form NH4 plus ions. அதுவே KNH2 behaves as a base because it is combined with ammonia to form a NH2 minus ions. அப்போ in general cations concentration அதிகமாச்சுன்னா அந்த substance acid நம்ம எடுத்துக்கணும். NH2 minus, that is anion concentration increase ஆச்சுன்னா the substance is a behaves as a base. Next heading, classification of solvent. So based on proton nature, it is classified into two types, that is a protic solvent or here loss or gain proton, and second one is aprotic solvent, here do not loss or gain proton. For example, in protic solvent HF, that is hydrogen fluoride, sulfuric acid, hydrogen cyanide, acetic acid, these are the acidic in nature. Ammonia, hydrazine and hydroxylamine is a basic in nature. Water, ammonia and acetic acid is a amphoteric, both loss or gain protons. And benzene, chloroform, dichloromethane, carbon tetrachloride, the example for the aprotic solvent. அதுவே polarity பேஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம இது நம்ம ரெண்டாக பிரிக்கலாம். ஒன் இஸ் a polar solvent, that is ionizing solvent. Another one is non-polar solvent or non-ionizing solvent. In polar solvent have high polar and dielectric constant because due to the hydrogen bonding, higher boiling point. It is undergo auto-ionization. For example, water gives H plus and OH minus, ammonia gives NH4 plus and NH2 minus, sulfur dioxide gives SO2 plus and SO3 2 minus. But in the case of non-polar solvent, low dipole moment, low dielectric constant and dissolve is a covalent in nature. For example, benzene, hexane, carbon tetrachloride, etc. So as per PGTRB, நம்ம அதிகமாக எங்கேருந்து கொஷின் கேட்குறாங்கன்னா non-aqueous solvent பொறுத்தவரையும் liquid ammonia கொஷின் கேட்பான், அண்ட் liquid sulfur dioxide and liquid HF, இதில் மூணு தான் மெயினாக கொஷின்ஸ் கேட்பாங்க. அப்போ ஒன் பை ஒன்று நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம். The first topic is liquid hydrogen fluoride. So in liquid hydrogen fluoride is a high dielectric constant, makes an excellent ionizing solvent. It dissolves many inorganic and organic compounds to give highly conducting solutions. So demerits என்னன்னு சொன்னால் மெயினாக it is a poisonous substance. It can dissolve only relatively few substances without chemical reactions. இது demerits பார்க்கப்படுது. The high specific conductance of liquid hydrogen fluoride suggests a relatively high degree of autoionization of liquid HF. That is, HF is decomposes in acid ions like H2F plus and base ions HF2 minus or F minus HF, or HF plus HF to form H2F plus and F minus. ஸோ நம்ம மெயினாக ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க வேண்டியது, லிக்விட் ஹெச்எஃப்பில் எந்த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் போட்டாலும் நமக்கு H2F ப்ளஸ் கிடைச்சா அந்த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் பிஹேவ்ஸ் அன் ஆசிட். அதுவே லிக்விட் ஹெச்எஃப் ப்ளஸ் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் போட்டு F மைனஸ் ஆர் HF2 மைனஸ், தட் இஸ் ஆனையான் ஃபார்ம் ஆச்சுன்னா த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் பிஹேவ்ஸ் ஆஸ் அ பேஸ். இது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், சரிங்களா? H2F ப்ளஸ் கிடைச்சா பிஹேவ்ஸ் ஆஸ் அ ஆசிட். F minus or HF2 minus கிடைச்சா the substance behaves as a base. ஸோ இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அசிட்டிக் ஆசிட், சல்ஃபூரிக் ஆசிட், நைட்ரிக் ஆசிட், பெர்க்ளோரிக் ஆசிட் combined with hydrogen fluoride to form F minus ion. Therefore, HF act as acid and the substance, that is acetic acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid and perchloric acid act as a base. ஸோ இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா HClO4, boron trifluoride, SbF5 எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா combined with HF to form H2F plus கிடைக்குது. that is cation ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது. அப்போ இந்த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆக்ட் ஆஸ் அ ஆசிட்னு சொல்கிறோம் நம்ம. அப்போ cation ஃபார்ம் ஆச்சுன்னா சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் ஆக்ட் ஆஸ் ஆசிட், HF act as a base. ஸோ இந்த ரெண்டு கேஸ்லையும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா HClO4 gives both F minus and H2F plus with HF. அப்போ it act as a amphoteric. ஓகேவா? இது ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பாயிண்ட். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் நான் அக்வஸ் சால்வெண்ட்டில் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது லிக்விட் சல்ஃபர் டை ஆக்சைடு. இட் இஸ் எ நான் ப்ரோட்டிக் சால்வெண்ட் இல்லையா? Its dielectric constant is very low, that is 17.4, and hence it is a poor solvent for ionic compound. ஓகேங்களா? இப்போ ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கம்மியாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா dielectric constant is a poor solvent for the ionic compound but act as a good solvent for the covalent compound. ஓகேங்களா? Under normal temperature and pressure, sulfur dioxide is a gas but can be readily liquefied. அது ஒரு பாசிபிள் இருக்குது. ஸோ அயோடைடு, thiocyanate are the most soluble. Ammonium, thallium and mercuric salt are soluble, but sulfate, sulfide, oxides and hydroxide are insoluble in sulfur dioxide. Metals are insoluble in liquid sulfur dioxide and alkanes also insoluble in liquid sulfur oxide. In sulfur dioxide, autoionization to form a acid ion, that is a thionyl ions, and base ions, that is a sulfite ions. அப்போ HF போலவே இதுவும் செல்ஃப் அயனைசேஷன் நடந்து டு ஃபார்ம் அ கேட்டயான் அண்ட் ஆனையான்ஸ். ஓகேங்களா? தென் chemical reaction of liquid sulfur dioxide. First one is precipitation reactions. When a substance which act as an acid in liquid sulfur dioxide, so substance react with SOCl2 with KBr, Ki ammonium thiocyanide to form a metallic chloride, for example KCl and ammonium chloride, like that. Second property, acid base neutralization reaction. The combination of solvent cation, that is SO2 plus, and solvent anion SO3 2 minus to produce the solvent sulfur dioxide. For example, SOCl2 combined with cesium sulfite to form a sulfur dioxide. Similarly, SOCN twice combined with potassium sulfite to form potassium thiocyanide and liberate sulfur dioxide. Third property, solvolysis reaction. Ammonium acetate undergoes solvolysis reaction in liquid sulfur dioxide. Here, the concentration of SO3 2- ions increased. Covalent halide like phosphorus pentachloride, uranium hexachloride, tungsten hexachloride, arsenic pentachloride undergo solvolysis reactions in liquid sulfur dioxide. Here, the concentration of SO2 ions increased. Then fourth property, complex formation. Aluminum trichloride combined with potassium sulfate, that is SO3 2- ions, in the presence of sulfur dioxide to form aluminum sulfate. It is a precipitate. This precipitate combined with excess of base in potassium sulfate to form a soluble sulfite complex. The conductivity of electrolyte in liquid sulfur dioxide solvent increases as I- greater than Cl- greater than ClO4- greater than K+ and Na+. Liquid sulfur dioxide act both as Lewis acid and Lewis base, since it accepts electron from the solute and donate electrons to the solvent. And liquid SO2 itself does not act as any strong oxidizing and reducing agent. It serves only as a medium for any redox reactions. So third one is non-aqueous solvent. நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது liquid ammonia. So liquid ammonia is a protonic solvent because it gives a proton H+ on ionization. So liquid ammonia dielectric constant value 22 at -34 degrees Celsius is much smaller than that of water. வாட்டர் வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா 78.5 இருக்கும். அதை பார்க்கும்போது இது வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா ரொம்ப கம்மி தான். ஓகேங்களா? And hence liquid ammonia is a poor solvent for ionic substance, but it is highly useful solvent and a number of chemical reactions are carried out in this medium. Therefore, nitrate, cyanate, thiocyanate, perchlorate are soluble in liquid ammonia, but oxide, hydroxide, carbonate, phosphate, sulfate and sulfide are insoluble in liquid ammonia. So most of the iodide are soluble, bromide are less soluble, fluoride, chloride are insoluble. Mostly ammonium salt like ammonium sulfate, ammonium nitrates are soluble in liquid ammonia. Similarly, the organic compound like alcohols, ketones, esters, simple ethers, amine, phenol, halogen compounds are also soluble in liquid ammonia, and non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus, iodine, etc. are soluble and they react with the solvent. And alkali metals and alkaline earth metals are also soluble in liquid ammonia. We know liquid ammonia is used as a bridge reduction. Next topic is a color of the solution. The color of the dilute solution is deep blue. As the concentration of the solution increases, the blue color changes to bronze, which disappears and the further increases the concentration of the solution. The blue color of the dilute solution is due to the formation of ammoniated metal cations and ammoniated electron in it. Autoionization of liquid ammonia. So ammonia பொறுத்தவரை நமக்கு 3 possible of ions we get. One is ammonia combined with ammonia to form a NH2 minus ion, that is amide ions or imide ions, NH2 minus and nitride ions. But three possible self ionization. So chemical reaction taking place in liquid ammonia. The first one is precipitation reactions. When amino acids like ammonium chloride, ammonium bromide, ammonium iodide, ammonium sulfide, etc. is mixed with liquid ammonia solution of metallic salt, the metal is precipitated. For example, ammonium chloride combined with strontium nitrate to form strontium chloride, ammonium iodide combined with zinc nitrate to form zinc iodide, ammonium sulfide combined with silver nitrate to form silver sulfide. Similarly, the precipitation reaction shown by amino bases in liquid ammonia, for example, KNH2 combined with AgNO3 to form AgNH2, lead iodide to form lead imide, bismuth iodide to form bismuth nitride. So second one is solvolysis reaction. The solvolysis reaction taking place in liquid ammonia are called ammonolysis reaction. In these reactions, an atom, ion or radical of the compound undergoing ammonolysis is replaced by NH2 minus, that is amide, NH2 minus imide, and N3 minus, that is a nitride ion, and an amino base is formed. For example, 1 mole of alkyl halide combined with ammonia, 2 mole of alkyl halide combined with ammonia, and 3 mole of alkyl halide combined with ammonia to form amide, imide, and nitride respectively. Alkali metal hydrides, for example sodium hydride, and oxides like sodium oxide undergo ammonolysis to produce alkali metal amides. Similarly, the ammonolysis of TiCl4 produces TiNH2 4 times. Third property is a complex formation reaction. Zinc 2 plus ion combined with amide anion in the presence of liquid ammonia to form a zinc complex. Then fourth property, redox reactions. Potassium permanganate acts as a weak oxidizing agent in liquid ammonia. It oxidizes KNH2 to N2 in liquid ammonia and itself reduced to K2MnO4. Here, potassium permanganate is a +7 state, but in the case of K2MnO4 is a +6 state. Nitric acid is oxidizing agent, but in liquid ammonia it does not act as a oxidizing agent. Acetic acid is a weak acid in water but strong acid in liquid ammonia. Liquid ammonia, urea behaves as a weak acid and behaves as a base in sulfuric acid. H2SO for the sulfuric acid act as an acid in liquid ammonia. That is, amide பொறுத்தவரையும் அம்மோனியோடு சேரும்போது amide act as a acid, ammonia act as a base. ஓகேங்களா, அதே amide act as a base in sulfuric acid. ஸோ sulfuric acid பார்க்கும்போது amide base act பண்ணும், sulfuric acid வந்து acid இல்லையா. இது ஒரு important point. So this is some information about non-aqueous solvent. Thank you friends.